Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing? All right. Thank you for the introduction. I want to first thank NFT.NYC for bringing me back and supporting Audio Chain and myself, first of all, so thank you. Um, Before I get started, I just want to give you a little bit of background about myself so you know who I am, and then I'm going to ask you a couple of questions as well. So I've been in the blockchain space for a little bit over 10 years. I am the former business development director for Tron DAO and BD director for BitTorrent as well. And I was able to do a lot of different things with them as far as tokenization, listing on different exchanges, growing their ecosystem. So that's where I come from. And I'm also a board member for a lot of different startups as well. And I'm from San Francisco. But before I get started with the actual presentation, I want to kind of read the room and want to find out who's here. So by the show of hands, who in the room is a music creator? Okay. Who in the room is more on the business side of any type of company? Okay, perfect. Is that music companies? Okay, but in an entertainment space? Okay, perfect. So for both of you, this means that you have to protect IP, intellectual property. You have to protect rights of any given sorts, copyrights, trademarks, and what have you. And me coming from the music space, that's something that we have to really, kind of get a hold of, right? So I have been in the music space for about 20 years. I was with Universal Music Group and Def Jam Records as well. And I started my company in the late 1990s. And it was music rights and music management as well. And in 2012, I discovered blockchain. And I decided to revamp everything to what is now Audio Chain. So what I'm going to be talking about is the creator economy and how NFTs are pretty much changing that landscape for these young artists and labels as well to pretty much have a just system, because a lot of things in the music industry are, broken, for lack of better words. And I've seen the greatness of it, and I've seen the bad sides of it as well. So we created a platform to facilitate the solutions for these problems in the music industry. So one of the things that I want to talk about is those problems. So for those of you who are in the music industry, if you are aware, it takes a long time for you guys to collect your royalties. So traditionally, it takes 3 months for you to collect any type of royalties in the music industry. Sometimes those royalties are not even seen at all because the metadata wasn't entered correctly to track the music, for example, on the radio or television or film. So you never see it. In fact, there is a distribution company called TuneCore, many of you might know them. Their former founder created a company, aside from that, to help artists find these missing royalties. So that shouldn't be the case. It should be a well, run system, which we don't have right now. Next is, if you're a music creator, you cannot upload your music directly through music aggregators, similar to Apple Music, Spotify, and the likes. You can't do that. You're not allowed. You have to go through a distributor, middleman, and then you go through the whole process. So that shouldn't be the case. You can be able to upload it yourself and direct to consumer and have that peer-to-peer connection as well. Third is in the web space, in the Web3 space, there's no set decentralized database to protect and authenticate your music. That is needed. If you are selling NFTs, for example, in 2020, some of the artists were giving away their copyright, not knowing that they were. So we need something stable for that as well. And then as well as there is no single platform in the traditional sense for you to be able to do music license and license clearance faster. That can take weeks and months to do, especially if you don't know where that publisher is and that rights owner of that song as well. So these are the problems right now that are kind of plaguing the music industry that need correction and some kind of resolution for them to be solved as well. So we created Audio Chain for those reasons, to solve these reasons. We are a blockchain music ecosystem for music rights authentication, registration, and tracking, and it's all decentralized on a global database system. Second, we are doing music sync licensing as well for that artist or publisher to be able to sync it direct to consumer on the blockchain as well, and any other distributed ledger technologies. So music licensing, music rights, NFT marketplace, royalties and analytics is what we offer as a whole for anyone in the music industry, whether you are a music creator, a record label owner, a publisher, an arranger, a DJ. If you're a fan, you can be able to direct to consumer, transact back and forth with our protocol as well. So let's kind of go dive into the music rights aspect. So we created the first music rights NFT. So what this means is we have created this format for you to be able to put and authenticate and register all your music in one single NFT. And what I mean by music, I don't mean the actual music itself, I mean the authentication of the ownership as well. And that entails, the premise for that is for this music rights NFT to be able to allow music clearance to go faster, because when you put all your metadata in this NFT, it's going to be pre-populated, so it's going to talk when someone licenses the music as well. So that means no more waiting weeks and months to license a music for a film or television or a gaming company, because it's done autonomously with our music rights NFT as well. All the information regarding the music rights NFT, the metadata, it will have split sheets. So if you're in the music industry, then you know what that means. Anyone who contributed to that sound recording or the musical composition has ownership, right? So this split sheet will be able to kind of deploy those specific royalty allocations specific to those people who own the musical composition as well. We're also verifying copyright. So when you do and authenticate your music, we're verifying all the copyrights, so there's no copyright infringement as well. And last, we have all the publishing metadata. It is your data, we don't own it, and we don't share it as well. You are pretty much the owner of it, we are just creating the protocols for it. The next part is the music licensing part. Music rights is kind of connected with the music licensing. So this part is gonna have different protocols. If someone registers and they want to license a song, they'll be able to send you a kind of like a brief, so to speak, of what they're trying to do with your song, and you're gonna have the right to reject it or accept it or counter that offer on the blockchain as well. Let's just say someone request, for you to license your music to whatever film company, and they're like, okay, we're gonna give you $10,000, and you're like, my song is worth more than that, it's worth $20,000. So you can counter that offer until you find a medium, and the system is gonna already know what the allocations of those spreadsheets are, who owns it, who gets that percentage, and it's also gonna know autonomously when that license is gonna be revoked as well. 5 years, 10 years, the system is gonna burn that NFT. And we're going to have dedicated tools as well for sample clearance. So a lot of artists have been sued by other artists because they didn't clear the sample clearance license. So we're going to have dedicated tools for this as well as sync licensing. So it's going to be connected together as well. Pre-clearance, as I mentioned, is connected to the music rights NFT. Once you register your NFT, you authenticate it, everything is going to be talking to each other. So if you license a song, it's already going to know all the metadata. That way it's autonomously, and you don't have to worry about any royalties to be lost. And then the last part is a music marketplace. So this is kind of just a cherry on top. Everyone's doing marketplaces, but this is not our main product. But we made it to where it's just music niched only, and we made it to where it's a hybrid type protocol. So what that means is you're gonna be able to buy your music on audio chain, and you're gonna choose two ways. If you're the seller, you can be able to not only download it, but you're gonna also be able to do subscription-based streaming as well. And this is also connected with the music rights NFT to get your royalties together. Everything will be split sheet agreements as well, so all the royalties coming through the marketplace is gonna be allocated to those contributors as well on the spot. And then the next thing is a roadmap. So on the 25th of April, we're going to be announcing our partnerships. We are officially backed by Google. Google has been amazing to us, so very happy to say that. And in August, late summer, we're actually going to be launching Audio Chain. And later this year, we're going to be launching the last part of Audio Chain, which is the music publishing and licensing part of everything. And then the last thing that we're going to be having implemented to Audio Chain is AI. So we are creating one of the first generative AI tools to authenticate AI generative music. So what that means is that you guys, if you're creating music through an AI platform, you're going to be able to authenticate it and register through our music rights authentication database as the curator and co-author as the human, and the AI generative art as the co-author as well. And we have another AI-related tool, but we can't talk about it just yet, but those are the main ones right now. So I don't see the countdown on my thing, so that means I'm done, right? All right, so no more questions. I cannot take any questions, so I apologize for that, but thank you so much. And if you are interested in becoming a beta tester, please see me or see Paul here. He's our partnerships manager. Thank you.